Salutations, my name is Phil, aka JC Sermon from RPGamer.com, and today we're gonna talk about how to beat a boss, namely the cover boss for Monster Hunter Rise, the one that you find here if you're gonna play single player, and how to beat him alone. I mean, beating a multiplayer is just a matter of getting the right friends or the right randos, and usually isn't too hard. Just don't die. But when you're playing by yourself, how do you tackle him? I get that question a lot because he can be a tough customer. Okay, so we're gonna go through some steps that'll help you take this bugger out by yourself. Okay. First of all, if you don't know who this guy is or whatever, and you don't want to be spoilers, now's the time to stop the video or take a 20. If you're watching on Twitch, take a 20-minute break or so. So let's talk about who this guy is. All right, after we take another optional quest of hunting monsters. All right, go to our village quest here. And actually, I think it's the 5-star. There he is, Magnamalo. Okay, he's your urgent. I think he's your urgent quest for 4-star, going into 5-star, and he's a really, really tough customer. And VWagger hates him. So we're going to talk about a better way to some tips on how to beat him. Now these are all tips. Your mileage is going to vary with each one of these tips. Everyone has different play styles. I'm going to try to give you some tips that can help everybody regardless of play style, but I'm also going to give you some pretty specific tips for different types of players. So first of all, he's very jumpy and very brutal, and if you remember Nergigante from Monster Hunter World, you're in the right ballpark. I normally main faster weapons like Insect Glaive and the such. In Monster Hunter World, I left Insect Glaive. I did not Insect Glaive Nergigante. He's too jumpy, he's too painful, and every time I try to get up in the air to try to do an aerial attack, he was bouncing around, knocking me out of the air. It was not. I know there's people who beat him with the Insect Glaive, but for my playstyle, it wasn't going to work. So for him, I switched to a lance. I recommend you do kind of the same thing here. You don't necessarily have to go for a lance. Today, I'm going to use the sword and shield. What I'm saying is I recommend players who aren't really great at dodging and timing to pick a weapon with a shield. You have several to pick from. The sword and shield is just one of them. You can also pick the lance or the gun lance. There's also the charge blade as well as a sword and shield. That's 4 weapons right there that have a sword and shield. Furthermore, the greatsword does have a blocking mode that can block damage. So that might be another viable alternative if you're looking for a more slower, powerful weapon. But I tend to lean towards the faster weapons, so we're going to use a sword and shield. Keep in mind that the shield of the sword and shield is one of the weakest shields in the game. It doesn't hold a candle to the Lance's shield. The Lance's shield gives you a bigger defense boost. You'll take less damage. But the shield and the sword shield is still a hell of a lot better than taking a full hit head on from Magnamalo. Now, the next tip we got for you is make sure you go to Smithy. First of all, you should be using some decent armor. Okay, Magnamalo is on here somewhere. But I will tell you should be using at least this yellowish armor that's in the 20s. I'll be using Nargacuga, which is 26. Well, it's currently 26, but I think by default it might have been 24. But anyways, I don't think you have access. If you're just playing strictly single player, you may not have access to Nargacuga armor before you fight him. Just make sure you have one of the highest numbers. It doesn't have to be the highest number, like Rathian's 22. If you got a 20 armor, you're probably fine. But make sure you've got a full set of all 20 armor, okay? Before you go and fight him. That's step number 1. Step number two, upgrade your armor. Okay, you got armor spheres if you've been doing your optional quest. Go into here and pop some into your armor. Get them at least up to level 3. If you can afford it, get them up higher. It's going to help you. Okay? Just pop those points in. What else are you saving them for? Christmas? Yeah, you don't get like extra points for, having a whole bunch of leftover armor spears at the end of the game. So go ahead and spend some. because trust me, he is a tough customer and he will make you regret life. And that one's already level 4. These two are already level 4. All right, so now you can see my defense now is 32 on each armor. So that's going to help a lot, okay? Because that guy hits like a ton of bricks. And if you're like me, you are going to make mistakes. Tip number 3. This might be the first enemy in the game that forces you to actually use items aside from just the healing potion, okay? So, of course, if you haven't been using mega potions yet, now's the time to build some mega potions. Just take some honey and regular potions, you got mega potions. Immunizers are nice to have. They take a bitter bug and a mandroga, whatever, and they basically heal. They increase when you that red part of the bar that slowly heals back up. It makes that work a lot faster. You can bring max potions in ancient potions. Not too hard if you've been collecting a lot of Kelby horns. At least the max potions are pretty easy. And you can carry 2 of those, and they are really nice in a pinch. And it just takes a catalyst and a Madroga, whatever. So we're gonna bring some of those with us, right? Let's see what else here. The energy drinks and dash juices, those help with stamina management and are good for if you are gonna stick with a faster weapon like the dual blades or the bow that uses a lot of stamina. Those are invaluable in this fight. Demon Drug and Armor Skin are also a must. These are boss drinks here. They boost your defense and they boost your attack respectively. So we're gonna make a couple of each. We're gonna bring them with us. Now the way these particular drugs work is you drink once to begin a fight, you're good for the rest of the fight. I don't know if you get KO'd if you need to go ahead and drink another one or not. But as long as you don't get KO'd, they're going to last. Then you have hard shell powder. In Monster Hunter World, in the older games, hard shell powder stacked with the armor skin potions. So I would take both. By the way, you do see there's a mega skin here and a regular armor skin. There's not a whole lot of difference between these two. I usually just stick with regular armor skin. It's a couple points of difference usually, so not worth the extra parts for now. Anyways, but hard shell powder will provide you with more defense, and we're gonna play with it when we're actually in the action area there. A Farcaster can in fact get you out and teleport you back to the newest camp in the middle of the fight if you find yourself in a really tight spot and you need to get away from him right away. That can be helpful. I don't use it, but it can be helpful. Flash bombs to flash in his face. I'm going to assume that he can be impacted by that, so we're going to bring a few of those with us. Okay, don't underestimate these other things. We don't think about bringing those. Large barrel bombs, which take some gunpowder. Large barrels, you buy them from the shopkeeper over here, but you can put those down and use that to blow him up. They're very helpful. And then traps. Even if you're not trying to capture him, if you're just trying to kill him outright, that's fine. But traps these are two times that basically you get to hold him for 5 to 10 seconds and wail on him. Invaluable in a tough fight. Okay, so don't feel bad about making some of those. All right, so that's it for preparation. Now you still got to go and go ahead and put those items into your inventory. Okay, and then so this is my normal, what I call my capture kit for normal capture monsters, but I need to transfer some boss items in here, right? So again, what are we going to transfer in? We're going to transfer in the immunizer for me to give me that natural healing, some demon drug to boost my attack, my armor skin to boost my armor, and then the powders, the demon powders and the hard shell powders. Flash bombs to flash him in the face a little bit. And we've already got the traps. And I am going to try to capture him, so I do have tranq bombs. Dung, you would normally bring that to chase away another monster who's interfering with the fight, but in Monster Hunter Rise, it usually works out to your benefit when another monster interferes with the fight, so I don't really worry too much about bringing those. You can also bring adamant seeds, which can also give you a short-term boost to your defense. Okay, so that's a full complement, and what I would recommend that you do is go ahead and go into management items, go to item loadouts, and register this as your boss loadout by hitting the X button. Okay, and that way if you're ever fighting a really tough guy like him again, you just go there and that's going to give you all the stuff you need for this really, really tough fight. All right, so I think we're ready to go ahead and take him on now. Except I forgot to eat. Well, we can eat in the camp. Always, always eat. As far as eating, I'll get questions, what should you eat? For a tough boss fight, there are a couple of good choices. We'll look at them in the tent here. So let's go eat first. First of all, before we go to eat, let's take a note here. Let's take a note of our status. Okay, most notably, what we're looking at is our attack is 110. Okay, I'm going to write this down just because I'm curious. Our attack is 110, and our defense is 161. Okay, let's go ahead and eat. All right, we're going to go ahead and eat a meal, pay with money. Normally, usually order the usual, but against the boss, go ahead and be picky, okay? And we're looking for stuff that's going to really help our defense out, right? Because we're worried about getting knocked out with him. That's what we're kind of look. Prevents you from getting knocked on your butt. Balancing sounds like a good idea. We don't want to get knocked on our butt a lot. Speeds up sharpening can be useful, but we're looking for more defense. Defleases, reduces stamina consumption after eating, extends riding time, slightly increases health recovery from items. I really like this one a lot personally, but it's not really. This one's better. Is the defender. Sometimes increases damage taken. I used in Monster Hunter World. I forget what it's called, but there's a skill that basically does that same thing. I love it. Let's see. Fire resistance, water resistance. He doesn't do any of that. Prevents fainting one time when you take too much damage. You could probably take that, but that's just one time. So, quantity of honey, spur boards, buddy growth. We're looking for defense. Okay, we're back up at the top again. So not a lot of great defense food here, and I think it's because we're still in low rank. So I'll go with the slightly increases health recovery from items deal. Go ahead and order that. Yum yum. She feels like a new person. I'm glad somebody does. Okay. Again, we're going to go ahead and check our status here. And we are still sitting at we should be sitting at a 161 defense. Now, let's go to our item pouch. And let's drink our armor skin potion. Well, we're actually going to do that on the item wheel here. All right, so we'll pull up the demon drug. We'll drink that. Juicy. Go ahead and drink the armor skin. Okay. Go ahead and check our status now. All right, our attack is now 115, and our defense has gone from 161 to 176, but we're not done yet. We're now going to go ahead and do the demon powder. Now, usually I do the powders right when I'm next to the monster because it is a shorter duration. Oops. And you want to get your mileage out of it. But we're trying to show off today and what it does to your status. So let's take a look. Our attack has gone from 115 to 125, and our defense is now up to 196. Okay, now is one more thing that we're going to do here just to show off how this works is we're going to go ahead and use an adamant seed. And I didn't bring the offense seed with me. Oops. Well, we'll just be satisfied with the defense buffer now. And we will show you. Now, those seeds only last for like 3 minutes tops. But let's just take a look what it does to our defense. Our defense is now 216. So to put this in perspective, our base defense when we came to this map was 161. After the drink, it was 176. After the powder, it's 196. And after the seed, it's 216. So you can see there's a huge defense difference when you properly prepare. Luckily, it's going to be real easy to get to him over here. All right. Those should all be helpful for survival. It looks like we're about 3 or 4 minutes in already. You know, that would have been much cooler if he didn't jump back there and that whole attack actually got off on him. Come on, get a little closer to him. Don't be shy. Wow, every time I do that whip move, he's somewhere else. Ouch, it hurts. Now, one thing I didn't talk about is your Palico. Palicos are probably a little bit better than Palamutes in this case because the Palicos have different skills that can help out in a fight, and the Palamutes just kind of do damage. So I recommend probably bringing 2 Palamutes if you really want to maximize your survivability. Bring a Palico that like buffs you and stuff. Oof. Another thing is, I know it's gonna hurt, but drink a lot of potions and keep your health topped off. Even if you take like a quarter damage, you know, just don't risk it. Again, I did that attack and he's somewhere else. I need to time that better. Wow, I had the shield up there and it didn't really help because I think I was facing the wrong way. Okay, I finally got him with the whip attack. I'm not even sure what he's looking at. We're just gonna stay on top of him, stay close, be ready to activate my shield whenever I think he's getting ready for a big attack. Oops. Don't be afraid to get out of the way either. Ah! Whoa. Okay, actually, just noticed my weapon's a little dull here, so we're gonna get around a corner here. Try to sharpen real quick. Oh, no, he's not gonna let us do that. He is not gonna let us sharpen. That's okay. We still got yellow, it's fine. Ooh. So you see, I blocked that with the shield, but because it's a small shield, he still stunned me for a bit. See right there? Block that too. Let's go ahead and get out of here and get some distance. Oh, there's a healing plant by my Palico. Go ahead and sharpen the weapon. Hunting horn would reach. Yeah, I'm sure it would. See if I can bring him closer to the healing plant I have over here, in case I need that. Come on, buddy. I do like that whip attack, though. Had the shield up there, so I didn't take too much damage. Oh, I should have seen that shoulder tackle. You will see me spam the heck out of that whip move. I love it. He's looking a little hungry. Oof. Generally speaking, the rule with the sword and shield is if you can get out of the way and avoid taking the hit at all, you should. Blocking is still painful, but I'm not usually fast enough to do that well, so. You see, I'll block both of those right there. I did not block that, and it hurt like the dickens. Luckily, he's running away. So we'll go ahead and use this healing. Well, the only thing that I probably should have used earlier. I just realized I never grabbed the beginning stuff out of the... Whoa, what the heck? That fish is on fire. Where's my dog? I just want to get on my dog. No, we need to hurry up and get down there because he's about to get in. The Maglamalo is about to get into a fight with another monster. Now, it is quite possible that the demon drugs and stuff have worn off, but we'll check on them after this because we do want to get in on this. Yeah, whack him good. Whack, 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 whack him good. Not really sure what that kind of maneuver that was, but it wasn't very good. Oops. That looked cooler than I expected it to do. Oh, now we're ready to ride him. Time to run him into a wall. Oh, he did not want to stay there. Okay. Ooh, I should have seen that coming. That hurts. All right, so you've got that status where you got that purple stuff flowing around you. It's basically like the bomb status from previous games. You will explode if it stays on you for too long, and you will feel pain. All you have to do is do a wire bug jump to get that off of you. Okay, here's where he's a little wound up now. I think he's enraged. And I've got that condition on me again. If you're glowing purple, you need to get it off of you quick. Oof. Oh. No. Fly away. Fly away, little butterfly, fly away. The Sword and Shield just gives you such great speed, flexibility, and lets you run away really quick when you need to. And I just knocked his head off because I could. Yeah, the Sword and Shield is just a fast weapon, but does have defensive options as well when you need them. Fast as fast can be. You're having a hard time touching me, Pumpkin. Of course, I say that, and that's when he's going to do that. Oh, and this is where it gets really painful if you're not careful. Oh, get up. Wire bug away. Remember, keep your health topped off. Don't play around with your health. Might as well use this quick little moment to sharpen the old weapon. Maybe we'll eat a meal too. Why not? Yeah, he wasn't happy. He was hiding around the corner. Oof. All right, let's see if we can get back into the game. Love it. I'm going to work on this tail a little bit. Wasn't going to go for a tail cut, but why not? keeps floundering it around just like that. He is definitely not happy. Oh, here's where he does this big Superman dive thing, I think. Yep. Just can't remember what he does after this, so I'm being a little bit more careful. He's really unhappy. And we're just going to keep playing dance with him. The Palicos and the Palamutes are doing a good job of distracting him as well. Make sure you bring both. Is he limping? Yeah, so if you look at his icon, it's flashing colors in the minimap. Let's see if we can blow that up. And there's a blue symbol on him. I don't know if that means he's ready to capture or what, but there's a tail on the ground too. Is that his tail? Did I cut his tail? Or it just means it's a part? I think it just means it's a part. No, there's still a... I swear there's a marker. Oh my gosh, it is his tail. Lucky day. Okay. I happen to have the north camp opened up, so I'm going to use that as a fast shortcut to get to him. We're going to take a look at our status real quick. To show you, whoops. Our defense is down to 176, which is basically just the potion by itself. So the powder and the seed have worn off. So you have to kind of keep those two up. And there's no real great separate HUD indication for it. You just got to get used to the timing. My rule of thumb was when I'm fighting against really tough monsters that I'm really struggling with, is to use the seed every like twice, every time they run away, of course, and then usually let me get on my dog here before that dragon attacks me. And then every time he runs away, and then usually one time in between. With the powder, I would use it like once every other time he ran away. But yeah, he is sleeping, so he's ready to be captured. Unless he's an ancient dragon, then I'm just going to fail. And I don't think he is an ancient dragon. Let's go ahead and put down a shock trap for him. And put a little smoke. And there you go. V for victory. Didn't even break a sweat. So, Magnamalo, he is bagged. That's how you do it. And you did it, I did definitely do a bit of good dodging there, but even without the good dodging, I did take a few hits as well. I'm clearly not an expert player. I took a few hard knocks, and that's where proper preparation is key. Got some nice little monster parts there. Nice Magnamalo scoot. Okay, well, I hope this has helped. If this has helped any of you, please leave a note down in the comments here. I'd love to hear from you. If you find these videos helpful, I'll be happy to do more of them. But this has been another one of those JC Serve and Help Shout with Monster Hunter Rise videos. I hope you've enjoyed it. Until next time, this is Phil, aka JC Serve with the Utah Polygamus, signing off. Except if you're on Twitch, just hang on. I'll be right back.
see your face, I feel a sun inside me.